If you haven't heard it by now, Ghost of Tabor has released into its closed beta stage, and I know a lot of people are going to be asking the question if this game is right for them. And I thought the exact same thing, and that is why I am here to help you make that decision, as it can be a hard one. Ghost of Tabor is a tactical survival game similar to Escape from Tarkov, where players scavenge for loot while trying to evade AI and player enemies. Players will have a chance to play on two maps, one being Missile Silo for perfect close quarters combat, and one being Island of Tabor being the best for long or mid-range encounters. To me, this game has some of the most realistic mechanics in any of the VR games I have played or seen. The attention to detail the developers have is insane, from open bolt loading of an MP5 to the ability to use an ammo loader to fill your magazines back up, and the fact that you can physically flip down your night vision goggles and not just press a button like in games like Onward and Tactical Assault VR. And if I were to continue listing details, I would be here for weeks with how much detail they have put into this game. Did I mention that this game is also developed by a veteran-owned game company? That being Combat Waffle Studios. Pretty good name in my opinion. That being said, this game does have its downsides. Firstly, the game is still in beta, so bugs are bound to happen. From items disappearing to game crashes, you can probably find one within seconds of starting the game and joining a lobby. Secondly, the learning curve is a pretty rough run. Every gun has its own quirks, and even then, things as basic as using an ammo loader could be difficult for new players, or even players who are not as experienced with guns. All this being said, the development team are hard at work constantly, working on bugs and patches almost every day, and are super responsive when it comes to the community and their wants and needs. The views in this game are spectacular. However, if you are on a quest, this is a slightly different story. Firstly, the graphics and shaders are some of the worst I have personally seen, not because it looks, but just the way that the two mesh together. And what do I mean by the two? Well, some guns look amazingly high resolution with just details that are beyond imaginable, but the surroundings that are in the game can look like they came straight out of an N64 console from the 90s. Also, some of the game physics could be worked on. The colliders of objects sometimes are either too big or too small, and even if they are just the right size needed, everything at one point is going to clip into each other. It's just a proven fact. Taking all the negative away, however, the audio work on this game is stunning. From the shells hitting the ground after firing to the ping of the metal targets, you will get immersed into the environment faster than you will even think of. Also, the player base is one of the most open arms community that I have ever seen. The Discord voice chats are constantly filled, and if you have a question, there's a dedicated channel for that where you can get response within an hour and usually taking less than 10 seconds. If you are going to buy the game though, you should note some key points here. Firstly, the game is still in development. I know this can be a huge avoidance of a game when it just releases, but this game has huge potential. Not only is the game in development, but it is heavily based on a game that is already still in development, that being Tarkov. This game is going to have its quirks and bugs, but that's just part of paying for a game in development, but it's also the fun of paying a game in development, as these can lead to some really funny moments with your friends and really funny scenarios. This game is almost pay to win as well after game wipes. This is a huge downside for me personally. This is because players who spend more on the game will get more items to start up with. This is mainly because of the pre-order packs that were released. This will mean that you will most likely lose a lot of firefights in the beginning until you get the equipment needed. This isn't impossible to lose, but just makes things a bit more challenging in the beginning of the game and its learning curve. Also, if you are impatient, this game will be pretty difficult. It has its ups and downs, and being impatient will easily be a way of losing your items during a raid. Being patient and keeping your ears open will help you not only slow down and take your time, but makes finding things a lot more easier and it makes your survival rate go up almost 100%. Don't quote me on that. Finally, this is not a social game. I know, it sucks sometimes, but if you get some friends together and go looting, you can make it a social game all you want. However, this game is mainly focused on staying alert in quiet environments and is not exactly made for talking. However, talking can lead to create some great memories and laughter. If you are interested in buying the game, it can be found at ghostoftabor.com. That's ghostoftabor.com. And I would suggest, if you're on PC, buying the Founders Edition. If you're on Quest and you want it, like me, you will have to wait for a bit, as DLCs are currently not supported on the Quest 2. However, they are being worked on. If you are interested in learning more about the game or just want to join the community, the links can be found at discord.gg/ghostoftabor, and more can be found on their website, which is ghostoftabor.com. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this type of video, make sure to hit the thumbs up. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are. This is Normatory Jazz, signing off.